Hello, I'm Liberty Bailey. I hope you're all well. I'm a first year marketing communication student, and in this presentation I will reflect more deeply on my reflective essay as part of my professional and reflective communication portfolio. I plan to expand on elements I briefly mentioned in my reflective essay. Firstly, I want to talk about the question itself. The assignment brief allowed us to choose one question out of 6 different options. Initially, I was somewhat surprised at the variety of topics and wondered how I would select just one. After some planning, I decided upon the question surrounding politicians' private lives. On reflection, I can see it was down to 2 reasons. Number 1, I felt as though I understood the topic well, as I had previously done an A-level in history, which covered politicians. And 2, I followed Hilary's advice of choosing the topic that I was most interested in. Doing so made the reading a lot easier for me, as I enjoyed reading about the topic. I think following that advice put me on a path to success, so I would recommend it to any students completing a similar assignment. As discussed in my reflective essay, the APP essay writing assignment allowed me to practice the skills that the unit had taught me, brainstorming being one of them. In the past, when I've been assigned tasks, creative or academic, I tend to get this gut feeling on what to do, and so I run with it rather than explore other options. This is something I did at A-level and recently in the Week 10 seminar campaign planning exercise. But for the APP essay, I found myself coming up with a few different directions to go in. Therefore, I followed Greeton's advice by emptying my mind before I started my research. This led to a brainstorm.
Here is a picture of it. As you can see, I wrote down and developed different topics I felt at the time I had to discuss. But looking back, I can see how ambitious I was.
Also, when brainstorming, I felt that sex scandals would be the main element of my writing. But after doing some reading, it became clearer to me that defining the public's motivation would be a more relevant topic to discuss, which I initially did not think it would be. While my original ideas changed during the process of that assignment, it was brainstorming which allowed me to put some ideas together in the first place. After that assignment had finished, I realised how significant brainstorming had been, so also used it for this APP assignment to come up with product ideas for the PR section. I can now see how transferable brainstorming is as a skill, and I plan to use it for future academic and professional work. Finally, APP has taught me the importance of the revision stage in Greeton's essay writing stages. In my reflective essay, I speak about how overwriting saw my editing time too focused on reducing the word count rather than checking for spelling and grammar mistakes. In hindsight, I can see how damaging that was, as my assignment feedback reflected that my sentence structure and English mark could have been better. At first, I found this disappointing, as knowing I had not spent my editing time effectively concerned me, as I felt I'd spent a reasonable amount of time doing so. However, I soon acknowledged that I had not spent enough time rereading for mistakes. I think I became too familiar with my work and therefore found it difficult to spot errors, since I had not had a long enough break from my work. In future, I plan to leave it for at least 2 days so my inner editor can surface. Without that feedback, I don't think I ever would have realised the importance of the editing stage, and so I am entirely grateful that APP has taught me that, which will allow me to produce better academic and professional work. To conclude, the APP essay writing assignment has helped me understand the importance of brainstorming and the revision stage, as well as the other skills I mentioned in my reflective essay. I will continue to practice and develop these skills throughout my time at university and beyond. Thank you for listening, and my references are on the next slide.